All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are taking a look at TRKA, TTOO, and QBTS. So TRKA, look, this thing is still knocking on the door, but it just quite hasn't done it yet, all right? And what is it? Break that 20 moving average, all right? We've seen it on so many different stocks, man. This 20 line is no joke, but again, I know we're over it. 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 But I say this often, being over a line and breaking a line are two very different things, okay? From there, we're going to move to TTOO, and man, I'm disappointed, all right? Honestly, I was expecting more. Clearly, it didn't do it. It was a very easy sell signal. I hope you saw it. But yeah, I'm not going to pretend. I thought it was going to break the 50. It clearly didn't, excuse me. And then QBTS, look, I think a lot of the quantum stocks are starting to pick up. I actually thought that QBTS was going to cool down a little bit. It did way better than I expected, dropping a beautiful double-digit day. So excited to talk about that one too, okay? But real quick, what are we going to do before we get into it? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these stocks are setting up short-term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video all over the internet, comment good or bad. Hey, if you disagree with me, I'm not here to hate on you, all right? I would love to have a really good conversation, you know what I mean? But anything you can do really, really does help. Otherwise, I swear, just being here and giving me your time is already so appreciated, all right? So look, let's get into it. And I'm going to say it one more time, all right? Being over a line and breaking a line are two very different things, all right? And specifically, what am I talking about? I'll zoom out, obviously, soon. But look, this 20 moving average, all right? Yes, we're physically over the line. Yes, physically over, physically over, physically over, physically over. Literally, all of these 6 are clearly over the orange line. However, none of these really made me believe that we've broken it. None of them have quite confirmed as much as I'd want, right? Good one, no confirmation. Good one, decent one at least, but better one, no confirmation. Again, decent one. Are we going to get confirmation tomorrow? Let's see. The one problem I don't like is this was like, where's this 271 line? Is it really just this? No way, right? Okay, it's this, it looks like. Basically the bottom of that. Was there anything else there? No. But okay, bottom of that is going to be something. Looks like I basically took the bottom of that guy. But man, I really think I'm going to lower this. I don't know if I want to draw another line. But this is what needs to crack, all right? I think if we can break 252, because again, look right here. Same green number on top, 252. Same green number on top, 252. That's a hard line to break. Was that the high of the day? Look at the high of the day right there, 252. We wick the line, just can't close over the line, right? So, look, this is a good RSI. That's a decent MACD. It's obviously still in the negative, but man, volume has just been so bad here. We're actually in like, if we go to the minute chart, look at this. This is not a good chart. I don't like the dashes. Literally, look at this arbitrary minute I picked right there. The volume was 0. All right, let me do another one. Look at this one right here. The volume was 0. For an entire minute, nothing moved. In fact, look at that. This volume was 0, this volume was 0, this volume was 0, this volume was 0. You see all that? Like minutes of nothing moving. That's kind of a scary thing in all honesty. So volume's really the issue here. But look, if we can make some good moves, again, if you can break the 8 and the 20, you're gonna want to come to the 50. And there's a nice little, you're basically adding $1 to a stock that only has $2, right? So it could be a good percentage if it hits. Man, it needs volume. There's nothing more I can say, all right? Potential entry could be 253. Get me a couple cents over that. I think this 271 is not bad because, again, we're basically taking it from right here, and it's a little more than a year old, right? Or not really. It's 7 months, actually. All right, yeah, I think that's a good line. I don't think I need to draw another line. Again, just make me believe we've broken this 20, right? Again, 6 days over the line, none of those are good enough breaks and confirmations for me. Tomorrow's going to be important. Man, we really need 1 million shares. Like, 1 million shares traded is, like, I think very, very important. Look at this weekly, all right? This 8 moving average will not be easy to break. But again, if we break it, this thing's kind of still saying $4 target, right? Maybe what's the top of this? Yeah, still, like, just it's close, but not yet. There's really I am not bullish or bearish here. I honestly can't tell if we're gonna break that 20. It's been a bit. All right. Obviously, this was a really good movement, and in a lot of ways, this looks familiar to here, right? It kind of couldn't do it the first time, does it the second time. I don't know if this was the first time and next one. You know what I mean? But I need more. I really do need more before I would feel comfortable going to bed with my money in this one, if you know what I mean. All right. TTOO. Let's talk about TTOO. All right. I was really bullish on those 3 days. I actually thought we were going to break the 50 and maybe come to this. Because again, red, green. I always say it though, these moving averages are not easy to break. And yeah, we clearly failed it. And I mean, this gap down alone was an easy way to go. But yeah, for me, when this didn't break, I quickly hit eject actually. So I really didn't eat a lot of this loss. I actually was able to bank a good amount of my profit too. So overall, TTOO wasn't a horrible trade for me. It's just, and again, I'm not here to pretend it. I thought we were going to break this 50. Because let's just look at the numbers real quick. MACD was like at the border. You can see it, negative 0.01. Like it was about to flip positive, and that was a good divergence. Look at this right here. I understand that the 80 RSI is 80, and you know I start to ring the bell around there. And I mean, I guess just zooming out, there wasn't that many immediate ones, but this thing ran as high as 89. You know what I mean? And this thing, and I guess that one wasn't a good one, but yeah, maybe the fact that there was only just one little peak right here, maybe that should have been a little bit of like a, you know, awareness thing. I don't know, but yeah, I think with that increase in volume, with the MACD, with the RSI, I really did. I thought we were going to break it. I thought we were essentially going to just hit this and fail. But yeah, clearly that wasn't the case. We have very much failed the 50. We are actually well below the 8. And today was a pretty bad candle. Yeah, today actually does make me believe we're probably going to come down to 9 cents. That where this 20 moving average is, right? Basically, how high, a very low 10 cents or a very high 9 cents. I wish I had more decimals, you know what I mean? But look, MACD right here, this thing was going up. This thing was going horizontal. I feel like it's about to slip and go back into the negatives. This is not that great in RSI, but in all honesty, it really might not go much lower, which kind of makes me hope that we're not going to lose the 20. Just first off, if we can hold the 20, that alone would be a pretty big accomplishment, okay? Because shit, we've barely been over it. Sorry to curse, right? But holding the 20 would really be a very positive thing, even though we've gone down from like, what is this, 16? Yeah, from 16 to 9. That's almost a 50% loss. I know no one wants to eat that, right? But man, if this thing can get over the 50, that's going to be our money line, okay? Right now it's 14 cents. Clearly it's still going down. So over the next few days, you know, it might come as low as 13, right? But if this can get over the 50 moving average, I think it's going to run again. Green, red. Hopefully green, backfilling the rest of this. You know what I mean? Because we only went about, what, halfway, give or take. I think we can say we filled this, just need to fill this. You know what I mean? So still some money to be made. Still 27 cents is a target, but nothing will matter until we get over this 50 moving average, all right? Right now, I have to be bearish. I am not feeling good here. I feel like we're going to come to the 9. To the 20 moving average at 9 cents. I'm just really hoping that we can hold the 20. Again, we've barely been able to do that historically, right? You can even see it here. We break it, lose it, right? Jesus, when was the last? My goodness, we haven't really bounced on the 20 in a while. It's going to be hard. And then obviously, if we lose 9 cents, we're pretty much talking about all-time lows from there, right? So Don't lose 7 is a pretty easy thing to say. This is disappointing though. I really can't say anything else, you know. Okay, where are we on the weekly? Man, we're over the 8, and again, you can see it. It's been a difficult thing to be over the 8, but we've done it before, lost it, and then died really hard, right? So 27, again, you can see the difficulty of the line. That is the 20 moving average on the weekly. So, man, TTOO, what could have been? Really, I think that's what could have been. QBTS. All right, let's look at this, okay? So Jay brought this up yesterday, and the funny thing is I didn't think that this was going to drop this 16% hammer that we see today. I didn't like the fact that Friday closed a little less than 50% candle. That's basically where this line is. In fact, you can even say it closed like 2/3 below it, right? It only kept about 1/3. I thought we were going to come back down into 198. That honestly was what I thought. Instead, what happens, look, we never lost the 8 moving average on Friday. Monday reminded us of that, all right? Man, look at where we're at. This line on this horizontal, and then red, all the way up to 575 is the potential. I'll be honest with you. This is the alert right here, 264. If this thing hits 264, oh my God, I got to delete some stuff. If this hits 264, you can consider averaging up or getting in if you're not. What are we doing post-market? We're going down a little bit, but you know I don't care that much about post-market, all right? Get over the biggest candle to the left. Stay over the 200 moving average. Stay over the 8 and the 20. I mean, there's a lot. Look, that's a golden cross right there. I just want to actually believe it's a good golden cross by seeing it go up. I don't want to see these kind of horizontal, you know, tighten up, right? But this is a cluster, all right? These 3 lines, but these are some good candles that are kind of making me believe we're going to leave it. MACD looks like it might be diverging again. Again, diverging just means fancy way of taking off, right? RSI is still really healthy, and look, we're living on this 50 moving average line. Hopefully we can do a little better, especially if tomorrow does the thing. And one more time, look at this, all right? What's this? I think I'm going to draw a line at that because that is actually the last big green candle before the gap fill. I think it's important to know. Oh man, that was Friday's wick too. Interesting. Again, 264. Get me over this candle. Get me over this candle, and I don't think she's done yet. Look at this weekly. Where are we? We're over all the moving averages. There's only 2 right now, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to count all of these, but we seem to be close to the 50 moving average appearing here, if I had to guess. All right, this right here is the 25th day, right? Because the day before didn't have a 25, right? This was only the 8, so that's 25. It feels like we've done close to 50 weeks, and I don't know if, oh, we have a 50. Where's the 50 average sitting at? 281. Where's that line at? I think it's being blocked by this. I can barely even see it. Interesting. We actually have a 50 moving average sitting at 281. I had no idea. Cool. Did we have one right here? No. This is the first week of the 50 line. Interesting. Okay. 281 might be a little difficult, and that kind of makes me want to maybe send an alert for 282. Again, I still think get over this. But really, now that I look at it, if this is 270, all right, I think 283 is the better alert, and I'm glad I got stopped by the exceeded, so I won't hit a fake one. But break 283, I think there's a lot of reason to believe we might be making a move into the 5. So a lot to like here, interesting. And one more time, we're not quite over all the moving averages on the weekly because that 50 average just formed, but could be an interesting thing if it closes over this week. So, hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, you know it. Thank you for your time.